Every owner-architect agreement should contain a statement that the architect is entitled to rely on the accuracy and completeness of all owner-furnished information. Such information would include a survey, which was obtained by the owner. The architect is not in the position, nor has he been trained as a surveyor, to go back and review the survey for accuracy and completeness. The same condition would apply with reference to geotechnical reports. The owner hires the geotechnical engineer to determine the soil bearing capacity at the site and so forth. Everything that's contained in his report is prepared by the geotechnical engineer. That's a specific set of training and education that the architect doesn't have, so he shouldn't be going back and reviewing that for accuracy and completeness. Any test, inspection, or report that's ordered by or required by law or mandated by the contract documents to be provided by the owner should be relied on for accuracy and completeness by the architect. Such things might include structural reports, which might have to do with the compressive strength of concrete or the strength of welds and things of a structural nature. Mechanical tests. Many times the owner is required to provide tests that prove the system is balanced properly, or that the systems are functioning in accordance with the performance criteria and so forth. Chemical tests. The municipality may require tests, for various chemicals that they might consider to be present at the site, and so on. Tests for air and water pollution. Tests for hazardous materials. The architect should not be involved in the discovery of hazardous materials, and most documents include a provision that the architect is not responsible for that. So when you do get a report on a hazardous material, the architect normally would accept that report and rely on its accuracy and completeness as opposed to reviewing it for accuracy and completeness. When an owner hires independent consultants to perform certain portions of the work product produced by those consultants, whether it be a structural engineer that the owner hired directly, whether it be a mechanical or an electrical engineer that the owner hired directly, whatever is produced by that particular owner-retained consultant should be turned over to the architect for incorporation and coordination into the project. But the architect should not be required to check those drawings for accuracy and completeness. He should be able to rely on them. It all comes down to what the architect's basic scope of services are when he engages with the owner, and what the fee for those services is. If any of these tests or reports that are presented to the architect are required to be reviewed by the architect should do so with the understanding that he basically has to do whatever it takes to go through the steps and basically redo all the work of the engineers or the parties that are providing this owner-furnished information. He has to basically redo the whole thing, so his fee should be adjusted accordingly. So that is why the statement that the architect is entitled to rely on the accuracy and completeness of all owner-furnished information is important.